New from Shameless and number 19 in their series is Stagefright, other known as Aquarius, directed by Michele Soavi. This is a wonderful giallo slasher type of movie. It has a fantastic conceit that I really love. This is a rehearsal for a production. It seems like everything's on the line. It's the last chance saloon for its director and for its stars as they create this really interesting looking production. They will open up with a scene from this production which is not apparent to start with, but then it slowly comes into its own and it's dancing. There's the wonderful hour mask that's going to be part of the movie in a different sense, and it's just wonderfully constructed, and it just lets you know the playful nature that you're into here, and all the characters are on show, so it's a great introduction just to the movie, to the tone, to the characters before we delve under the surface to meet more of these people. And they're all kind of horrible people for the most part. We do have to have someone to root for in amongst the cast. What I like about this is the pressure's on. You know, nothing is really going right for them.
But I need the money. And I need a hit. Just like all the rest of you.
Within their personal lives, within their work lives, and they're trying their hardest to overcome each other's foibles, well, to create something and get out of this last chance saloon. And going into this one, I was expecting a kind of giallo slasher movement, you know, where the killer is someone that we have to uncover, a mystery to be solved. And it never goes that way. It circumvents a lot of the giallo and slasher tropes while still reveling in some of the more fun setups and execution sequences that you would have in those movies.
Alright guys, no stupid jokes tonight, okay?
By taking the killer and proclaiming straight away that it's someone that's escaped from hospital, it's a mental patient who has already got a history for murdering people, it takes away the mystery of who the character is. It doesn't matter. It is the shape, it is the colour that is in amongst them, and they know that it's there. There's a wonderful sequence where the killer makes himself apparent. He has killed someone and taken the owl costume. He comes onto the stage where everybody's there watching, where the person with the owl mask is to come on and kill someone, and he's doing it for real, but nobody else knows that, and they're all acting or interacting as this murder happens, asking for more blood, asking for it to be more vicious before they realise that there is a killer among them, as the person with the owl mask just calmly walks away. And it puts the pressure on the movie, it puts a pressure on this group because they've been locked within this building. The person who has the key or has hidden the key has just been murdered, and they know that there is a crazed madman there ready to kill them at any given notice. And it puts a lot of strain onto these people, and it's interesting to watch them do the things that you should do in those situations. Try to contact the police, stay together in groups. There's nobody going away to do something for a couple of minutes who's going to be brutally murdered. They're all trying to stick together and get through this. And even though they're doing that, they're still getting picked off one by one. The blood, the gore, and the kill sequences are varied, different, incredibly fun. But that's not what the movie is all about. It has more to offer than that. It has this wonderfully suspenseful sequence near the end with feathers and a key and an almost produced set-like feeling to it, as the killer has all his victims on show, who is patiently just sitting there taking in all of his work and enjoying everything that he has done. And we have our survivor trying to somehow get this key out from under his nose or beak, however you look at it. It's a wonderful movie that's really meticulously put together, that feels wonderful because of the setting. It's probably low budget, but it's stretched good enough to create a wonderful environment. Having this enclosed location is really nice as well, because there's lots of nooks and crannies and places to go that add a lot of variety to the scenes. The characters, like I said, are all universally horrible with the exception of one, but I kind of still enjoyed, or I knew where they were coming from a lot of the time, and it was sad to see some of them go. Stagefright was an absolute joy, a wonderful movie, great song and dance number at the start, wonderful set design, great direction, and varied kill sequences that are unexpected at times and surprising. And then that moment of suspense and terror near the end is just like the cherry on top of this one. Stagefright is pretty fantastic, one that I would strongly recommend, and I think we should dive into the extras. There's not a great deal, but we should dive in and have a look at this. So here we are within the disc of Stagefright, Aquarius, pretty stripped back menu. We will go into the extras and you can see the 3 interviews that have been added to this disc. Initially we've got an interview with director Michele Soavi, staging The Fright, which is 45 minutes, which is a really interesting talking with Michele himself and getting his input on how he became a director, how he got the job, how he tackled the production, how the production came together and was halted at certain times. Really fun, really informative. Next up we've got an interview with Giovanni Lombardo Radici, the Theatre of Blood. This was the actor that played Brett, which is the owl at the start of the movie before it's overtaken. Again, he's talking quite a bit about his relationship with Michele and how they kind of come up through the ranks together in Italian cinema, had similar backgrounds and how they attached to the movie. And he kind of drops in just some funny side comments about hating one of the actors who was a model. Just it's like a passing comment, but it's just fun little digs at certain people which are just really entertaining. And lastly, we've got an interview with David Brandon, the last performance. He plays Peter, the director, and it's a little bit stilted at first, takes a little bit to warm towards the actor talking, but ultimately you do get some nice information. It seems very political as well. Everybody's fantastic, the whole production's turned out well, but you know, it's still interesting once it gets going. Of course, with this Shameless restored edition, you get a reversible cover as well and a numbered slipcase with the initial release. So there we have it. Stagefright, or Michele Soavi's Aquarius, is released by Shameless. I think it is an absolute essential. I think the 4K restored transfer just looks amazing, and I think it's something that should be in anybody's collection. Strongly recommended. I'd love to know your thoughts about this movie in the comment box below and whether you're picking this movie up or not. I really hope you are. As always, there's more content up here. If you feel like I deserve it, hit this video with a like, subscribe and share if you haven't already done so. And if you're feeling extra supportive, why not hit the Patreon or the membership program, which I would really appreciate. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Man v Film.